So yesterday it rained a little bit, but now again it's super hot because anyway it's not the raining season. लेकिन हम लोग लगा चलो थोड़ा तो ठंडा हो जाएगा. Last night it was still fine, but again I'm like, so that's why no makeup again. You can bear with my dark circles and whatever. This face, natural beauty or ugliness. Alright, still the Me Too movement in India is going on and more stories are coming out. Now, as someone who has been a part of the industry while working as an assistant director or later on while going for auditions, which is more, where I may have or I may have not encountered the casting couch experience. Of course, I have actually, I think, talked a little bit about this in one of the video where I was giving a little bit of modeling and acting tips. So, but I'm going to just talk a little bit about my experience about this industry and mainly what was my experience while going for the auditions. Some of the names which have come out, the women who have talked about their experiences with these men. Did I actually speak to them myself because they were into casting or one of them was a director? And what was my experience? Okay, so let's get started.
And the black and eyes make my way into your mind, just to know what you knew. Restless every time we start locking eyes.
Hello everyone, this is Cal, your pal, and today I'm just going to talk about my experience with casting couch, or does it actually exist? Is it actually a really big bad world? I'll just give you guys a little bit of tip because people might be a little scared, but they want to come in this profession. So just my experience. Now before I begin the video, yes, I would like to say that I don't have a lot of experience, as in I've not done 5 films with big directors as an assistant director, no. But of course I have my friends also who are assistant directors, and what has been their experience, of course they have shared it with me. Yeah, after that, even as an actor or commercial model, when I used to go for auditions and stuff, what was my experience? If I did a few shoots, what was my experience? I was not really an established actor as such. Of course my experience would be different from someone who is an established actor, or there are so many of them who don't want to talk about it. For example, I'm sure a lot of actresses who are now established, they might have also experienced it, but they don't want to talk about it. Recently Aditi Rao Hedri, she talked some of these people who are actually supporting the movement, they are not like Doodh Ka Dhula, and they were maybe involved in exploiting or asking for favors, etc. So now she did not mention names, and that's fine, that's understandable because she is kind of established actress, so no one wants to jeopardize their career. What if people don't work with her? It's really sad, but aisa hota hai, stand lenge to. As an assistant director, I would say that I have talked about my first job, and how I felt uncomfortable, and this director, he hugged me, and even before that he was acting a little bit weird, and I confronted him and I said that don't do it again. And yes, he did not do it again, but then for 15 to 20 days after that, he was giving me not the job of an assistant director but of the reporter, and he was giving my job to the reporter who is to go out to cover events or to take interviews and stuff. So I definitely told my film school who had actually sent me for the job there, they used to recruit after the course happened, they used to send me for interviews, and job मिल गया तो ठीक है, खत्म हुआ, उसके बाद दूसरा कुछ project के लिए they used to send me for interviews. So when this thing happened, I actually called my ma'am at the film school and I told her about it. So I said I am not afraid to go and speak to the main boss and tell her that this is what has happened. She was not bad with, she was in fact very much good with me. But anyway, she said she'll talk to the director or whatever, and she was very shocked to hear about him like that. I definitely was fine with leaving because हालांकि मुझे I think 15 days का salary I did not get. Okay, I just got the previous month ka, because you have to give like 1 month's notice. So anyway, I was fine with leaving because जितना मुझे experience चाहिए था for working in a channel, that was fine. But main, you know, you actually start learning if you are working with a good director on a movie, or you're working for an ad or television shows. Television shows में, I mean, they'll just like छापते हैं, उसमें कुछ ज़्यादा सीखने नहीं मिलता है, but it's okay, it's very hectic, but at least it pays you, so it's okay. You know, I was ready to find something, you know, for a movie or something like that. Now, second project, it was fine. Third project, it was fine for me. I don't really remember my boss really saying something, you know, to me like that. Just once I remember him saying that, oh, you know, why are you going early or something like that, okay, which I did not find it appropriate. Like, I don't know what he wanted, like he wanted me to accompany him somewhere. That was the one time I did not like it, but otherwise I did not hear sexist comments on me. But you know, because it was a production house, and so you know, we used to get a lot of writers and directors who used to come with their scripts, or they want to narrate a story and talk about these actors are ready, you know, they have these actors ready, etc. So I remember that there was this director who had come with a script, and I think he had Divya Datta on board for one of the roles, I think. So it was not really a conventional, you know, hero-heroine film, but I think it was a different kind of script. And he talked, you know, she's asking this much budget. So the producer, that's my boss, he said something really sexist, and it was like, oh, please, you know, like that woman, she's asking that much, she's not even worth it. And he even used probably some other words. So I was like really appalled, and he's asking my opinion, and you know, I don't understand what am I supposed to say to such a thing. So these people have a family, they have a wife, they have daughters, but it doesn't matter. इनकी खुद की बहनें भी होंगी, खुद के बच्चे भी होंगे, but doesn't matter. They have a really mentality वैसी है, upbringing वैसी है कि क्या है, I don't know, but yeah, that's how they speak, that's how it is, especially for women. Anyway, now in between, when I went for meetings or when I went for interviews, it was not really that bad for me. I feel people really treated me well most of the time. It was just once or twice I was not really treated well, and that too once it was by a woman, and she was really being nasty with me. And yeah, I don't know why she was just like that. बहुत ही कमीनी. I still remember, but otherwise I think people have been nice. So yeah, that was my experience. Then of course the last job I did as an assistant director, again, it was fine. Now of course in the course of my jobs I have seen men, they were not honest with their wives, they were cheating. Yeah, one of the projects I did for that, the cameraman was kind of trying to flirt with all the actors in the movie. The director again came, you know, drunk in our room, which I was sharing with the lead actor, okay, and he had to be like, someone else from the production had to be called to actually take him out. So these things which you actually read about, you know, about Alok Nath and some other director pretending to be drunk and lying on the bed, I'm sure it's not like a lie, because some of these things I have seen myself, okay. So yes, as an assistant director, I think a lot of people did not like misbehave with me. Most of them were nice to me, mostly, okay. Now of course during that time, if people want to date me, that is different, you know, that is still fine. But then because you're refusing their proposal, or you don't want to date them, and that's the reason they don't want to give you work, That's unprofessional, but fine, that is a different issue altogether. Now, when I got my folio done and I started going for auditions, in fact, once I got my folio done and I sent to everyone, the email IDs I had, or from Facebook groups and stuff, if someone else from my friends, if any of my friends told me to send, तो बहुत सारे लोगों को you just send it. Now what happens is, when you are a fresher, okay, when you are a fresh face, you are very much in demand because everyone is searching for a fresh face in the ad world, especially, or whatever, films, ye wo. Now, a lot of these people might be all bullshit, faltu log, okay. I once got a call for a Bhojpuri movie. No offense to the industry, but that guy really sounded sleazy. I got a lot of calls for South Indian cinema, and they were like very upfront about this thing ki, do you want to do movies in the South? And I'm going to send your folio. In that I will be writing, are you ready to sleep with the producer, director, whatever. This is what is the requirement. That's what he said. I don't know whether these people were legit or no. This was in the initial stages, I'm saying, okay. I definitely said, if you want to send my folio, it's fine, but I find it really weird that you have to actually mention this, and I'm not going to sleep around. So he said, yes, I have to mention this. I said, okay, if you want to send it, and you can write, I'm not ready to sleep around. Next, of course, I got a lot of calls for ads, some other events, and ऐसे बहुत सारी चीजें. You have to be very thorough about the fact that you're, whether you want to you have to specify whether you are interested in events or only ads and television, movies, all that stuff. Finally, I started going for auditions. The first day itself, I had 3 auditions, and I have very funny experience about at least one of them. Again, everyone treated me really nicely. Now this was mainly, I think one of them was a shortlisted one, 2 of them were open auditions. Anyone could go, ऐसा कुछ तो था. When you go for open auditions, बहुत सारे लोग होते हैं. Anyway, I did not find at these auditions anyone who treated me badly. Most of them were really polite and nice people. Now, some of these later on, when I went for these auditions, most of them were shortlisted ones, because initially I used to go for open auditions, लेकिन बहुत line रहती थी. Sometimes you have to go and ask whether I'm fit or no, which is like because you hear from a friend या कोई message करता है या sometimes the casting directors also at one audition they'll be like, अरे ये plot number यहाँ पे, like especially in Versova and Aramnagar, all those places, they're like, यहाँ पे ये plot में audition हो रहा है, just go and see if you're fit or no. You can just give it. So yeah, word of mouth se also you come to know. Sometimes your friends say. Then later on, I also was with an agency. I did not get a lot of work from there, but I used to go for a lot of shortlisted ones from them. And there were a couple of casting directors who used to send me, Amjad and one more, there was one more guy, and some others also, I forgot the name. But what happens is, sometimes when you start going for auditions so they write of course you give the introduction, तो आपका नाम and number रहता है, and they know your age group. So if they have some ad for your age group, then they send you an SMS. Usually a lot of times SMS ke through they used to send the auditions. I used to see the requirement for what it is there, which product. So yes, they used to even mention the product's names. So yeah, I used to know what kind of audition is happening for which product. It is always safe to know कि कहाँ पे जा रहे हो and what is the products which you're going for audition. If you're not comfortable with going for something like look test for a lingerie brand, then don't go. तो ये पहले से पता होना चाहिए, because you're already spending a lot of money for the rickshaw, या फिर if you have a car तो petrol का जो भी है, you are spending money in traveling, and that is also investing. Okay, so don't just go for any kind of auditions. So most of the time I used to know where I am going, कि यहाँ पे मैं आ चुकी हूँ, ये casting director, I know he is not a sleazy guy. There used to be a lot of these casting directors who used to be like, कि no, go for this reality show का audition also, which I don't want to do. Okay, बस ज़बरदस्ती उनको बस भेजना है इतने लोगों को, शायद उनको पेमेंट मिल रही है, whatever. So they just want to send. And once I even had an argument, I was like, I don't want to do reality shows. Why should I go? I'm already going to spend so much of money in traveling. Why should I, do that? I said I've already mentioned in my profile कि मुझे क्या television के लिए serials करना है या फिर ads करना है या movies करना है. I don't want to do reality shows. Why should I go? Just refer to my profile. So most of the time my experience with most of these casting directors was fine. Coming to the casting directors who are big known people. Shanno, who does for Yash Raj. Mukesh Chhabra, who usually does for Anurag Kashyap and all these people. Vicky Sadana. Okay, when I started off, Vicky Sadana was not really that much of you can say known name. He had done one Rajshri ka movie. I don't remember the name of that film, but I think this guy who was in Gurgaon, okay, that actor was there in that movie. Then Pyar Ka Panchnama and all that came later on, okay, somewhere in 2013 I think, if I'm not wrong. I actually spoke to Vicky Sadana. My friend Anish, who was with me in the film school, he was an assistant director and he gave me his number. वो उनको जानता था. So I spoke to him. He was very much decent. I said, I want to do this. So I'll send you my profile and if there's something you can let me know. Thank you so much. ये वो. Honestly, he was very decent with me. Now whether I got a call from them, very much later on. उसके पहले I did not get any calls from them. For any casting, no Pyar Ka Panchnama, nothing. I got a call for Airlift. Airlift में एक छोटा सा character था, something of a air hostess, if I'm not wrong. So of course उस time का वो ये था, तो सारी I think पहनते थे air hostess तभी के Air India का ही था ना flight शायद उसमें, if I'm not wrong. So they needed to see me in a sari. Now I without makeup, that to normal photo. A lot of these big casting directors prefer to see you in a normal look, very minimum makeup or no makeup look. So I had this one sari photo like that, which was not very clear. Okay, but I said I have this now, I'll send it to you. And this call was made by his assistant. I think his name was Rakesh, and he called me up actually to ask me whether I'm interested in doing this role. I said fine, because it was a big movie, big production house. I said fine, I'm fine. I mean, अभी तक तो सिर्फ shortlisted हुआ है, तो वो shortlisted में से then they select, they might call you for an audition या जो भी look test या जो भी है. So I was like, this is what I have. I'm sending you in the email. I used to not use WhatsApp now. अभी and in कुछ सालों में WhatsApp has become a big thing in casting. I don't find it very professional. I don't use WhatsApp. If someone will ask me to send, honestly now I don't even send. If someone wants to see my acting audition या जो भी है, just go and see my videos where I'm doing acting skits. So that's what happened, and I did not get a call back after that. So obviously I did not get selected. Now Shanno ke यहाँ पे भी, she did not take my audition. I don't know if she even takes, because she has a lot of assistants who do that. So I went to Santa Cruz and I gave the audition there at the Yash Raj office. Now this was like a normal introduction. I had sent my pictures long back. Then I think I got an email कि why don't you come and give an introduction. जो simple होता है introduction. You just talk about yourself and your experience if you have any, and just wear very minimum makeup and a simple t-shirt and shorts or jeans. That's what was written in that. So I went there and I gave normal audition. Again, no one misbehaved with me there. After that, I don't think so I got a call back from them anytime. Then Mukesh Chhabra ke यहाँ पे भी also I went. In fact, I went very much later on, I think YouTube channel start करने के कुछ महीने पहले I went there. Just for a normal introduction again. I just went there and I was like, again, the assistants usually take your auditions, so no one misbehaved with me again there. There have been allegations on Mukesh Chhabra, Vicky Sadana, and I'm not saying that I don't believe them. Okay, I definitely believe them. Aisa hua hoga. With me, it did not happen. Okay, now very much in the beginning, I went to meet this guy. He was doing these catalog shoots and all, so jewelry ka shoots and stuff like that. I found him very sleazy. Okay, and the way he was talking, and he was saying, you know, we'll do a shoot somewhere in Manori Island and all. I just said yes for that time, and I just left, and I wrote a message to him that I'm not going to come, because of course I found it very fishy. You know, I found something fishy. So always trust your gut instinct. And one more thing what he did was, I don't know why I did not slap him that time. You know, there are times when you just go numb. You're like, what is happening? So when he was telling me कि वो इधर तक you know, you have to probably, I think tube top or something, you know, I would have to be wearing. I've seen those kind of, you know, jewelry shoots में ऐसा होता है, because they have to show this part. So while explaining it to me, he touched me here, and I was like, I don't know why I did not say anything to him, you know. So of course ऐसा होता है कि, you know, sometimes you just hate yourself for not reacting. So this was the only instance, I think, where, you know, it happened like that. There were some guys who tried to get me out to go with them for events and stuff. I am not sure if they really had work or they really wanted to actually give me work, but I don't really like socializing, and I don't know if you actually get work by going out with a director or photographer for events and parties and stuff, whatever, movie premiere nights and jo bhi hai. I just want to work. Give me work, call me for an audition, call me for a look test, I'll come down. Otherwise, don't call me. Don't say that let's go out for this and that. Next, of course, I've met a couple of people, you know, through social media, etc. They're my friends, you know, professional friends, and they call me for a meeting, and that's fine. You know, they'll tell me, okay, I'll send your profile, I'll, you know, to this person for ads, ya jo bhi hai, ya unka events ka company tha. So some of them were interested in dating me. Some of these people indirectly told me, some of them asked me directly. And when I showed no interest, or when I said upfront that no, I'm not interested in dating you, they did not really give me any work, or they stopped communicating, and that's fine. Male ego, what can you do about it? That is anyway a different topic, but this is what has happened, and for me that is fine. You know, someone asking me to date is still fine, because he's being a gentleman. He's not trying to sexually assault me or molest me and make me feel uncomfortable, so that's fine, or try to kiss me and stuff like that, so that is fine. So this is what happened. And of course, in between you get, you know, calls from people who will tell you that, oh, you know, this is how it works. Especially I got calls about South Indian cinema a lot, and I was like, I'm not interested in sleeping around. If you want to give me work, it's fine, otherwise it's better you don't call me. And you know, some of them try to convince you that this is how it works there. I said, maybe. I'm not judging the people who do that, you know, the women who do that. I don't want to do it. So for South Indian cinema, there were a couple of them who came to Mumbai for auditioning, and I went there just for 3 movies or something. I never heard back from them. Once you can say I was shortlisted, but the role was really not my type. Because I used to usually go for, even for ads and stuff, it was the, you know, like a young mother, a young woman, yeah, jo bhi, a positive character. एक ही बार मुझे वैम्प का कुछ रोल के लिए सिलेक्ट किया था, but I used to usually get first leads, second leads in television or for the ads. Movies के लिए also, I think it just 1 or 2 times I may have gone for some character role, but usually yes. Now again, for movies, it's not that I got to go for these big budget films. Actually, it was usually, yes, general introduction I went for, and but only once or twice I got a call for, you know, like, I've got shortlisted for this role, should I send the pictures again, so are you interested and stuff. So in Bollywood as such, no, I did not really get a lot of offers for auditions and stuff. I think, I don't know, it maybe happens, pata nahi kaise hota hai directly. Like if you actually try going for, you know, ऐसे ही walk in for an audition, especially at film production houses, no one is going to let you enter. They will ask you all kinds of questions, किससे मिलना है, क्यों मिलना है, meeting है या नहीं, they'll call and confirm. So that is how it happens. Don't think that you will just come उठ के कहीं से भी in Bombay and people will be like ready to welcome you. Now another thing is, most of the time I used to meet through casting directors. Okay, I preferred that route because it was more professional. I don't know how much professional it would have been to go and meet people who are at a higher positions, like in the production house or, you know, as a director. I found it a little fishy. I mean, I don't know if people were really interested to give me work like that. I don't know, maybe they had different motive in their mind. So I prefer to avoid meeting those people because no one does favors like that unless you're a good friend. So people will help you, that's okay, but I don't know. So yeah, my advice also to you people would be like, go through casting directors. It's much better. And ऐसा नहीं है कि बस बड़े casting directors are only working. There are a lot of other normal, you know, small casting directors who work and they are doing good job, you know, for ads and all. Just go and meet them. Be nice, friendly, polite, and professional. That's it. You don't have to chit chat and all. Just go there, give your audition, say thank you, and if you have to take a number or tell them that if there is something else, do let me know. That's it. So this was my experience. I did not like find everyone to be a, you know, really bad people when I went for auditions or for my work interviews, or I worked as an assistant director. So don't think that this is a big bad world. Okay, there is work. You will find work. There are people who are there to work, and you have to be a little bit strong and don't let these people walk all over you. And if you have to complain about someone, do it. If you have to confront these people, do it. If you have to slap someone, do it. Because these kind of people are there in every profession, and it's just that I think men feel, mostly men feel that, oh, you know, I'm at a privileged position, so I'll just exploit it. So I'm sure it happens in corporate world. I'm sure it happens, like, you know, journalists के बारे में भी आ रहा है अभी, senior editors and all these people. Politics में भी I'm sure होता है, because what kind of people are there, we all know in politics. And other places also. Imagine, like, I'm sure at village, you know, gram panchayat level, you know, where women are working in factories and all those young kids working, I'm sure wahan pe bhi hota hoga. So the Me Too campaign needs to actually start happening at the grassroots level. It's not just ki it's just happening at in the industry or in the media. So yeah, more people should actually come out and speak about it at their workplaces, and hope people believe and a probe happens. Alright, so this was my experience. I just wanted to share about the casting couch. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please comment below and let me know if you have anything to add to my video. Just do it, you know, about your experience if you are someone who has worked in the industry. And please share this video with your friends, and please subscribe if you're liking my channel, my videos. Thank you to all my subscribers, new subscribers, old subscribers, and just subscribe. You know, it's important that you subscribe. I'm so sorry that this week, this is like the first video I'm actually posting. Bloopers ka video edit karke dala tha. I was feeling very tired since the beginning of the week, so I don't know, by the time I used to finish doing all the other work, I used to be so tired. I just wanted to take a nap. That's what was happening. Because yes, in fact, this video ke liye I did not have to actually write a script or something. I just had to share my experiences. So, but that's what happened. I was actually trying to post the Facebook ad since Sunday, and somehow 2 of the debit cards are like not getting accepted. I asked at the bank, they are saying server down hoga. Try to use it on some other website and see. I don't know what's happening. It's really irritating. Anyway, if you want to check out my last video, it's somewhere here. Until next time, it's goodbye from me. Take care.